Hello, in this video I'll give you some information about how to use reporting tool in eFlow. Actually, in order to use reports tool in eFlow, you gotta just click on the reports link here and you will see there are two types of reports, dashboards and reports. First, let's focus on the dashboards. Regarding a data that we can reach through eFlow, we can create reports, dashboards, pie charts, etc. And we can also use reports tool in order to create customized reports in eFlow too. So first let's start with the dashboards and then we will move to the reports link as well. Well, in order to develop reports, we first need to have data and also a SQL query to reach that data. So let's move to my SQL Server Management Studio and see the table that I created. You see there are three companies, company ABC, the dates, the names, products, quantities. It's a simple reports table, and this is the delivery date to the customers from the companies, and these are the cities and the countries of the delivery, and also there's the quantity and the product names and the, let's say, sales staff name. And here is the query that I created, and let's execute it. And you see we can use that query in order to show you our reports tool in eFlow. So I just copy the query here and I go to my reports tool. I say new dashboard and let's name our report. Let's say sales reports report, and you can write also a description, or if you don't, you don't have to. And the data source that I'm gonna use, I have to choose from here. I have two data sources in this account. I choose eFlow and I say next, and the query is asked and I paste the query and I execute it. So query is successful, so it means I can use the data in order to create the report. So I have the data by the query that I executed and in SQL, and now regarding that data I can create any reports. So let's start. So when I click on the grid here, you may see here the bindings, interactivity options, convert to and remove. When I click on the bindings, I have here the columns, sparkline, hidden dimensions, hidden measures. So if I want to add any column from the SQL table that I executed, I can reach to all the data. For example, let's start with company and I say add company column, add customer column, the date column, and what else, the quantity column, and also maybe the name. Okay, so I have here the table, the columns that I selected from the SQL table. So now I can just work on this table. So as I have the data now, I can customize it. I can just go to the report and to the columns. For example, the date. So the date is in date format, but I can customize it. I can change the format as day, month, year, and you see. And as well, maybe let's go to the sum. So sum format can be customized too. I can just choose the format. It is currency now, but I can make it auto is currency too. I can say general, so it changes. And if I select currency, now it's with dollars. The unit is ones. I can make it thousands, or I can make it again ones. And also I can just make the precision with 2 digits, but I make 0 now. So the number date can be customized like this within the bindings, and by just clicking on the column name icon. I can also just name each column, customize. For example, here the date, it's I can just change the headline from here. Let's say delivery date for this. Okay, so when I say delivery date, you see it is already changed. And let's do for the name, and let's caption it. Let's say sales stuff. Okay, so I can do this for each column. I can just customize the headlines topics from here, from this option. Also about here the grid object, I can just by using options name the grid. Let's name it as sales details, and I can also work on the layout, the horizontal lines. I can just show it or not. Same for vertical lines, the the banded rows. Also, I can select this. I use it normally so often, and I can also choose from here if it outfit the contents. Sometimes it doesn't, or outfit the grid, or you can do it manually too, but that's fine. Let's outfit the grid. So you can do customizing like this, or we have here the conditional formatting. That's good for because you can just customize it. For example, you can customize the report as I want the quantity, let's say higher than, I want only the rows that has the quantity more than 1000 or less than 1000. You can just customize it from here as well. So this is more or less how we use the grid tools in reporting tool. I can also do search if it's a big file including many rows by choosing the stuff, and I can do search from here as well. More or less this is like this, the grid objects on reporting tool. As we talked about the grid object here, let's talk about now the pivot object as well. So by just dragging and dropping, I'm just creating the pivot table here, and then it's the same from bindings. Let's just create a pivot table. Let's start with the columns. Let the first column be company, or not company but country. Then the row, let the row be the name, which sales stuff, or it can be also the customer, or it can be also the company, which company to which country. So the values should be, let's say, the sales amount. And also, if you want to see more details, for example, to which city in this country, I can add here the city as well. So you see in Canada, I sold to Toronto, to company A $200. I can also customize the row as well. For example, let's add the row, the name of the sales staff. So which sales staff sold to which companies, how much amount of sale, and also to which city. So I can just customize, create any reports regarding the information I have, and by using this pivot table. Another object that I use here is the chart. So let's drag and drop the chart here, and it's the same strategy actually. I will just first add the values. The values will be the quantity, the sales amount, and I want the sales amount according to, let's say, the country. So which country I made how much sale to which country. And if I want to do it in series, for example, I can add the name as well. So which name did how much sale to which country, or I can just remove it. And I can add also any other argument as city. So which city in which country that I made sales. I can just create any reports like this as well. Okay, so this is more or less how I use the chart objects in my reports tool. Yes, after the charts, I have also here the pies that I use as well for creating report. So let's just create one pie reports, and it's always the same. First, we will add the values, and the value here is the quantity, and I want to do the pie chart of this sales amount according to the country, for example. It's like this, or I can do it per customer as well, and I can do it in series. So the country and which company did sale to these countries. Let's choose not the country, sorry, the company. Yes, three companies. did sales to these countries, and I can just remove the series as well, and I can just customize it. So this is when I click on the chart, I can see all the details and how much sales have I made, also the percentage of that sale in the total amount I can do from here. And let's take the chart, pie chart here. Not here, but maybe down. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, this is how I use the pie charts in the pies in reports tool. There is another feature that I use in order to customize my reports. Here I have scatters, I have tree map. It's always the same way to create reports. But I have here the filters. For example, I have combo box filter. It's the same object as drop down filter in eFlow Designer. So what I have to do is I just have to add the dimension. For example, let's let the dimension be the company, and I can also just name it as company name, and I will enable search, and yeah, the company name. And now, for example, I can customize each report regarding the information. For example, company A, all the reports are customized by company A values, same for company B or company C. Yes, this is another feature that I use. Let's say all for that. The filter icon. There are other ways to customize your reports as well. If you want a full tailored report, let's say, you can just add an image, the logo of your company, or you can just add another found image to your report as well. Or the filtering options, it can be not combo box, but it can be a checkbox, it can be selected from the list, and also you can do the filter from a range filter. And also, for example, let's go on a report. So I just go to my interactivity, and if I make it single, let's say, and if I select Germany, I see only the reports regarding Germany, and or Italy, I don't know. And if I make it multiple, I can select, let's say, Germany, France, and China. I can do like this as well, and it can be customized, the reports like this as well. Another object that I use so often while creating reports in eFlow is this object, the gauge. Well, the gauge I use for, let me show you. I just add one, again the quantity, and well, this is the reports that it shows me. Or I can just, of course, customize it, and I like to show it like this a little bit more. Maybe I can do it in series per company. For each company, how much sales have I done? I can see from here, and I can just change the view uh, like this as well. There are some companies prefer to visualize like this as well. I prefer this one, so I can add, and let's say sales. I don't know. I can add this to my reports too. Okay, the report seems ready. Now I can save it, and I can also print out as PDF format or JPEG or in Excel format too. And I can also share this report with other users, but the users that I share my report can only see the report in read-only mode. They cannot change anything. They cannot edit the data. Only the admin who created this report has access to change the data and the queries of the report. So this is pretty much the basic information about our reports tool. When the admins executes this report and share with some users from the organization, then those users can see the same report from the by clicking the tool here. This is the report that I created. Thank you for watching.